Welcome to the Anxiety Slayer series. Our mission is to assist you with creating more peace and tranquility in your life through anxiety release exercises and supportive tools created to slay your anxiety. Today's Anxiety Slayer podcast is brought to you by the Anxiety Slayer Academy. We've been offering our free podcast for over 8 years to help anyone suffering with anxiety find relief. Now we're helping you go deeper by providing step-by-step support on how you can get the best experience from our favorite tools and techniques for overcoming anxiety. Visit the Anxiety Slayer Academy and get your free Anxiety Slayer starter course at anxietyslayer.teachable.com. Welcome back to Anxiety Slayer. I'm Chan Vanderleek here today with my friend and co-host Ananga Sivir. We come together weekly from Leelanau and Kent to share Anxiety Slayer sessions with you and enjoy answering listener questions from our inbox, Facebook page, and Facebook group. Together, we share a powerful collection of techniques to reduce anxiety with over 380 podcasts, online courses, and guided relaxation albums. Hi, Ananga. It's great to be with you today.
Hey, Shan.
Today, we're going to be talking about recommended exercises to help calm your mind and soothe your anxious feelings. Where would you like to start?
With the most simple and the most helpful, walking in nature.
Yes. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't so close to the shores of Lake Michigan, or if I didn't have the woods in the, behind my house, or even just being able to walk through the village, walk to the post office, just getting outside.
Yeah, even walking just through your town. Walking more, moving our bodies more. I have a friend that used to suffer with anxiety terribly, and she started committing to walking every day, whatever the weather. She has a local park that she likes to visit. And she found that the more she walked, the less she suffered from anxiety. And if she stopped walking, it came back. The anxious mind tells us it won't help. And anxiety tends to make us feel very stuck in our body and very inward focused. We tend to look in and down at where we're feeling anxiety symptoms. And when we walk, if we can just open our chest, bring our shoulders back, look up at the sky, take some deep breaths, it really, really helps.
And mindful walking is also something we've talked about in the past, a form of walking meditation, when you pay attention to your surroundings and just really let yourself engage your senses. What do you see? What do you smell? Often I like to, touch the leaves. If we have a park that the big old maple trees with the deep hanging branches. I'm a tree hugger, I admit it. But to note 3 things that you can see, or 3 things that you can hear, or 3 things that you can feel is important and very easy to do.
Yeah, it's a great way to bring your mind away from the type of anxiety that makes us throw ourselves into the future, the what-if anxiety, the types of anxiety that focus on physical sensations in the body that can lead to health anxiety, or just the general anxiety that makes you feel very ungrounded, very unsettled in yourself. Getting out and moving your body and just making it a game, a mindfulness game of simply 3 things I can see, 3 things I can hear, 3 things I can feel. And it helps you feel much more grounded and engaged with your surroundings, because anxiety can make us feel horribly disconnected and disassociated, and that just makes it feel even worse.
Another thing that you can try is breathing with your feet meeting the earth. So you count 4 steps with your in-breath, and then 6 steps with your out-breath. And of course, you can adjust the count to match your pace, but the idea is that you're in tune with your feet, connecting with the earth, and making your out-breath slightly longer than your in-breath helps calm anxiety.
Yeah, this is a walking version of the long exhale practice that we've shared so many times, where you count your breath, breathing in for 4, hold for a couple of counts, and breathe out for 7. When we do that, it sends a message to our mind and to our body that we're okay. We're in control of our anxiety, and we're relaxing. It triggers the relaxation response. So to bring that in with your walking, it's added benefit to walking. And again, it just brings mindfulness and awareness to your surroundings. Personally, I love hearing my feet thud on the earth. And I really like to take a good few breaths in and count my feet thumping along, or if I'm walking by our little local river, then squelching along at this time of year in the mud. Just really get grounded, pay attention to what your feet are walking on. What does it feel like? What does it sound like? Is it squelching? There's a place where I walk in the woods near here. It's quite high on the North Kent Downs, and the earth sounds really hollow when you step on it. Really drums along. I find that really quite interesting. So stamp your feet, just get really grounded and involved with the surface you're standing on. Count your breathing with your steps on the earth. It really helps you feel more connected, more grounded, more safe, and less anxious.
And we also have some good advice from Ayurveda about exercise and moving your body. And it begins with knowing that it's important to only use about 50% of your energy for exercise, and then the other 50% for healing.
This is particularly important for people suffering with adrenal fatigue, low energy, chronic illness, and anxiety. We need half that energy for healing. Ayurveda recommends that we never exercise to the point of full exertion, where you just have to stop and get your breath back. And particularly with anxiety, there's something to be aware of, which is when we engage in fast or strenuous exercise that elevates our heart rate and causes us to breathe more shallowly, sometimes that can feel like the beginning of an anxiety attack. And as we all know, with anxiety, anything that feels like it could be anxiety, the mind very, very quickly hooks onto and can escalate. So keep your exercise gentle.
And remember, too, that regular exercise, gentle exercise, is still going to help you improve circulation, release tension, and move mental and emotional energy. It also helps improve digestion, detoxification, relaxation, and it helps you sleep. So all of these things help keeping anxiety at bay. So make sure that you're scheduling time to move your body. I promise you're going to be very happy that you did. After the break, we'll be talking about several forms of exercise that not only feel relaxing, but can help you calm anxiety at its core. Today's Anxiety Slayer podcast is sponsored by Health IQ. If you listen to Anxiety Slayer regularly, you know we're health conscious, and we often recommend healthy nutrition, walking in nature, yoga, and an overall fitness plan for your mind, body, and soul. With our love for health and wellness, we found a US-based life insurance company who rewards their clients with exclusive, special, and lower rates for being mindful and health conscious. Health IQ tells us that they can help you save between 4 and 33% on life insurance because people who are physically active have a 56% lower risk of heart disease, 20% lower risk of cancer, and a 58% lower risk of diabetes compared to people who are inactive. Health IQ saves you money on life insurance for choosing to live a health-conscious lifestyle. How cool is that? So we invite you to take the Health IQ quiz at healthiq.com/anxiety slayer, which is really eye-opening and lots of fun to do. Check out Health IQ for a free quote, and please mention Anxiety Slayer. That's healthiq.com/anxiety slayer. Before the break, we were talking about exercise and how much that helps you to move past and move through anxiety. And now we're going to be talking about several forms of exercise that not only feel relaxing, but can help calm anxiety at its roots. What do you find are some of the best forms of exercise for anxiety relief?
I think the energy exercises are really helpful. Things like Qigong, Tai Chi, soft martial arts, and of course, yoga. These gentle exercises naturally combine mindfulness, awareness of how we're moving our body, awareness of where we're holding tension and softening that tension. The soft martial arts, Qigong and Tai Chi, are particularly good because they're working with the energy system of the body, which is the same system that EFT tapping works with. So you can really help reduce stress and anxiety when you're working with reducing blockages in the energy system of the body. So they're particularly helpful.
You've been practicing Qigong for quite some time. Do you have a favorite exercise that you do, a favorite time of day? What kind of benefits have you been receiving from that practice?
I'm no expert, but I've attended a few classes over the years, which I really enjoyed. Being in a class with an instructor and a variety of different practitioners, I was pretty much the newbie in that group. There were some real experts in there, but they were very helpful in giving me some tips on how to move. And they were doing some quite long form practices, which I found challenging, but I really enjoyed that group structure. It was very warm, very encouraging. So that's really nice if you want to get out and get one-on-one tuition. Otherwise, there's a wonderful system of Qigong, which I've practiced on and off for many years, which is called Spring Forest Qigong. And that's by a gentleman called Chunyi Lin. Spring Forest Qigong is really nice. There's a series of exercises that are very simple, very lovely, the way you get to flow your body with those, and they're easy for a beginner to use. And there's also a book that we can recommend, which is the Qigong Workbook for Anxiety. And the subtitle of that is Powerful Energy Practices to Rebalance Your Nervous System and Free Yourself from Fear. Again, learning to move with the energy system of the body, which is the place where we do hold a lot of shock and trauma and tension.
And it's nice that Qigong works hand in hand with EFT tapping.
Yeah, because they both work on the same system. The theory of EFT is that when we experience anxiety and stress, it's due to a block in the energy system of the body. Often with Qigong, you'll be given a series of exercises that involve patting along the meridian channels of the body. Daisy Lee's another teacher that I really enjoy following, who does a lot of Qigong workshops for women. Really wonderful teacher. And she has you patting all down the front of your body, patting your kidneys, patting under your arms for cleansing lymph, patting along under your arms. But all the time you're doing that, you're releasing blockages in the energy system of your body and moving lymph and relaxing and cleansing the tissues of the body. So if you're suffering with health anxiety, you're calming the anxiety at its core, but you're also really doing something to look after your health.
And I think it's important to just say that whatever works for you, choose a way to move your body that appeals to you, that feels good to you, and stick with it. So if you haven't tried Qigong, you might want to check it out. If you love to be out in nature, make more time to get out. We had a gentleman share with us that that's how he starts his day every day, is even on the cold days that he just gets out for that walk in nature and brings that energy into his body, just clears everything out. And it's been a great way for him to start his day, not feeling all anxious and bound up, but just letting all of that fresh air in and moving his body on the earth. Whatever it is, swimming, that might be your thing. Walking, running, any of these practices that we mentioned earlier, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, all can help you maintain your energy and help you face anxiety.
Yeah, definitely. And as you said, Shan, the key is to do it regularly, even if it's something simple as taking a 5-minute stroll after dinner every evening. In Ayurveda, it's recommended you take 100 steps after your evening meal to help move your body and to help digest, so that you're not eating a large meal at the end of the day and then just sitting with it. It's such a nice practice. And it's really nice just to go around your garden, no matter how small it may be, or just step outside your front door for 5 minutes and just try and notice what's changing with the changing seasons. Are there new leaves coming on the tree, new buds, different bird song? Just really be in step with your environment and just short, regular spells of movement. We don't need to buy any big equipment or splash out on gym memberships if we're not that way inclined. Just really simple, natural, and easy, but a regular practice of moving.
Thank you so much, Ananga. I'm glad we came together today to talk about this very important subject. When you get moving, it's amazing what happens, how much better you feel, mind, body, and soul. We want to thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Anxiety Slayer, and wanted to be sure that you're aware that we created a brand new private Facebook group so that we could interact with you more personally in a private and comfortable environment. So if you'd like to join us, send us a membership request, and you can do so at facebook.com/groups/Anxiety Slayer. You'll find that link at our blog. Get everything you need to start slaying your anxiety today. Visit anxietyslayer.teachable.com to claim our free Anxiety Slayer starter course. You get 4 guided sessions, including an EFT tapping session, guided breathing practice, and special module on overcoming the fear of anxiety. Don't just listen to the Anxiety Slayer podcast. Become an Anxiety Slayer. Claim your free Anxiety Slayer starter course at anxietyslayer.teachable.com.